What's up, guys? This is Will from the Mighty Beards of Gaming. I am the Mightiest Beard, bringing you another Battlefield 3 commentary. Sound the trumpets, play back the drum roll. Aftermath has arrived, and guess what, guys? It is good. So we're going to be talking a little bit about that today. But first off, let me talk about this gameplay. We've got a little bit of rush defense going on Markaz Monolith. You could just see on the right-hand side, we just flew past with the actual monolith, the large building in the center of this map. And I gotta say, these Aftermath maps are pretty fun. Today I'm rolling with the AKS-74U with the silencer, or suppressor, sorry guys, sorry. Suppressor and the Cobra Sight. And watch this, look how bad this guy is. I don't know what my teammate there is doing, but he was behind those two baddies and just let them run me over and didn't even try to revive me or anything. So I spawned back over here. To my left is B, straight ahead is A, and I'm actually going to spend a lot of time in this this gameplay protecting A. So spoiler alert, guys. And this gun just shoots laser beams. Like I don't know why no one uses this gun. This is a great weapon. I'm going to spend a lot of time defending A, and I don't know what happened over here. Like a bunch of really bad shooting, but we eventually get that guy taken down, and someone does defuse A right there. So I find this little spot behind this double stack, and it seems to work out pretty great until, you know, that explosion goes off. But I sit back here for quite some time, and I think it's maybe the silencer that didn't give me up, and I get these two guys right here thinking that they can slither past me like little snakes in the grass and get the plant on me, but not happening, not happening. And then I don't think I get that guy up there, but I do shoot him with a rocket. So being back here with the suppressor allowed me to, you know, get the drop on a lot of guys that were coming up to try to plant that MCOM, like this guy right here. Hello, no, you don't get to plant. I get a cool little defender ribbon right there, which was really, really hard to get back in the day. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but having the suppressor back here didn't alert, or allowed me to get cover, and see you later. It allowed me to stay in cover back here, take down enemies, and not be alerted on enemy mini-maps. So no one really knew I was back here because no one was spotting me, because I was, you know, behind this double stack, and it allowed me to get so many kills. And then that guy goes down because this gun is basically a Goldfinger laser gun, and then I get that guy too, right at the last second. I get that little combat efficiency ribbon, which is always super nice. So let me take a second here and talk about why I'm really enjoying these Aftermath maps so much. A, the design is wonderful, and this is probably the top reason why I'm really liking him. And then watch this guy. If that guy gets revived, ready, and then obviously someone revived him, so I go and get that guy, and I get the two-piece. So the map design is really, really good. Not necessarily because it's, you know, pretty. It's not like being like a really lush environment. As you can see, it's like really orange and dusty and crap, and it's, you know, it's like being in the desert. But the design, like the way that the maps work, the way they flow, and then this guy finally takes me down. The way these maps flow is really good, and the way they feel is really great. It's, for me, a lot closer to what we got out of the vanilla maps and back to Karkand. I haven't played enough Conquest Large to really feel how like big these maps actually are. I've played a couple rounds on a few of the maps, and they're big. They're just like, you know, a Sharkey or a Karkand, or one of them even feels a lot like a dirty Grand Bazaar. It's, you know, and it's that kind of gameplay. And I got an extra kill there. There must have been a dude on the ground, and then a guy tried to dive in front of him, Clint Eastwood in the line of fire style, taking the bullets for the president. And it was just, these maps are much more reminiscent of what we were first given when we got Battlefield 3. And I like close quarters enough, and the armored kill maps are beautiful, but the gameplay in both of those don't really appeal so much to me. So having these maps that are like just like the vanilla maps has been awesome. And just the way they work is super great. And I get that guy takes me down, and I want to pause it right here. I'm going to back it up And I'm going to pause it so I can point out where this guy was, just so you guys know in the future, because he picks me off from here a couple of times. There he is. There, you can see him right there in that little alcove in the bottom of that building, and I kept trying to look over there and didn't see that that was a place where people could be, but there is. So make sure that when you're up in that building that you actually peek that little dark corner, because if you don't, there's going to be some little, you know, store monster lurking in there, and he's gonna shoot you, and like just like he did me a couple of times. Like he does it even again coming up right here. So diving back into it here, I hear a vehicle coming up, and I thought I was gonna be slick and get him there, and I got the gunner that on these new Aftermath, you know, modified civilian vehicles, the gunners stick up out of the top, and then oh God, that one when I was playing this game felt like I got run over by an 18-wheeler. It just right in the side of the head. M98B, fastest bullet velocity in the game. It just was, and then that little piece of bouncing rubble. That was interesting. And then I push up to disarm Beep. Just like I've been saying before, like if you don't push up to disarm, you're going to be a big issue. And then that wasn't me just shooting my teammate in the leg for fun. If you notice, right before he crouched down in front of me, I saw an enemy come peeking through those containers, and I was just trying to shoot him. I know that you can kind of shoot through your teammates in this game sometimes, but it didn't really work there, but I was still putting some rounds on him, and thankfully my teammate absorbed all the bullets so that I could get that defuse. And I get that guy trying to rush to protect A. And they do wind up taking A right here because no one can get over there fast enough, and that guy goes down. So now, obviously, I don't have A to defend anymore, and that guy gets clipped in the face. So I don't have A to defend anymore, and I see this this tank, and they get a couple of tanks. Maybe they just get the one tank. They get 2 tanks in Conquest, but they get this one tank to push up. So you really need to focus on it because they also get the I want to say it's the Phoenix. It's basically a modified Humvee that has a bunch of different weapons mounted on it than what you would normally see. And here's our tank, you know, putting in work. And right here coming up, I think that I get this guy when he tries to come across the road. He's in just such a wrong place, wrong time type of situation, like that I would do. I'd be like, yeah, you know, I would do this. Like, yeah, that guy, you know, I just feel so bad for him because that's something I would do. I would try to rush out. You don't see anyone, you try to rush through, even up the middle. Very like Band of Brothers style. I forget what that captain's name was, but he just runs through the battlefield, picks something up, and then runs back. And then Flex, this MF, gets me again, who was the guy who got me in the store earlier when I was talking about that. But yeah, sometimes I would just run out like that, and you know that just didn't work out for that guy, just like it rarely works out for me. But I put one rocket into this tank, into the side, and try to come back around and flank it, but that doesn't seem to work out. But I did see this sniper over there that, since this gun shoots laser beams, there he goes down. That was just, this gun is pretty decent at long range. It's great at short range, and then that one surprised me. But yeah, that's the. I apologize that this isn't a super interesting full look at the Markaz Monolith map, and then that guy gets absolutely obliterated in the face. But yeah, I wanted to make sure I got you guys a decent gameplay that was short enough to give you an idea of what the Aftermath maps looks like. And a lot of them look like this. They all are really dusty, and as you can see, it's basically like an orange attack on your eyeballs. It's rough to look at, but the design is great. And I mean, when I say it's rough to look at, I mean that it's an assault on your senses. And then this guy thinks he's gonna get away from me, and he gets shot. No bueno, sir. So also watch this. This is kind of rough for this guy. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it's a second from now. All right. Anyway, getting back to it. Yeah, these maps aren't rough to look at. They're just such an assault on the eyes. And I see that guy up there, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll fire that, and then that guy will just take a fucking rocket right in the face. I put one more down there for good measure, and we're reaching the end of the game here. So, like I was saying, not a super duper interesting game, and it doesn't give you a full comprehensive look at this map, but it was a good game. There's a lot of good defense going on, which a lot of people struggle with, I think. So I wanted to make sure that you guys saw this gameplay and saw that there was a couple of good areas to defend from and hold these first two MCOMs on Markaz Monolith so that when you guys get into Aftermath, which I highly recommend you do, because not only are they new maps, they are great new maps. They're a lot of fun, and they're really nice to look at. So as we can see here, I go, I think 21-6, maybe 20-6. Yeah, I go 20-6, get the MVP ribbon, and just do an all-around good job. I got twice as many kills as the second next person on the team did, so I felt okay about this round. But anyway, guys, make sure that you keep checking back for more. Subscribe so you can get my new videos in your feed. Like, give me a rating if you enjoyed this video, and if not, don't give me a thumbs down. I'm new to this, so just don't do it. Don't do it. And if you have been really liking the Aftermath gameplay, let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you've been thinking. So until next time, guys, a goodbye.